Have you ever been in the store and something that you thought you absolutely had no use for caught your eye? Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, friends. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate it. Today we're going to make a commonly needed item, but we're going to make it with something that I saw at the Dollar Tree. It caught my eye. I didn't have any use for it, or I thought I didn't have any use for it, but I liked how it looked. And this is what I'm talking about. In the Dollar Tree, they have these painted beads, and on the end they have a wooden piece that represents a piece of fruit. And I saw this lemon yellow and I just fell in love with it. So I bought it, not knowing what I would do with it. Then I thought, well, it'll make a very cute summer item. So let's flip to the overhead camera and I'll give you a closer look at what it is we're making today. And here is what we are making today, y'all. I'm going to slide my big old head out of the way so that I can show you what we are making. We are making this terrifically large bag. And we have it decorated using our wooden beads with the tassel on the back, as well as this piece of lemon here on the front. And the whole thing is lemon themed. So when finished, this bag is 13 by 8 by 3. Very large, but very simple to do. The technique is extremely simple. So you can take the technique that we're about to do and adjust the sizing of your bag to fit what it is you need to put in it. All right, so to make the large tote, I'm using this beautiful lemon paper, and I have double-sided it so that I can have a fairly cohesive little look. And for this project, you're only going to need 3 pieces of 12 by 12. Doesn't have to be citrus paper. 3 pieces of 12 by 12 is all that you're going to need to be able to make this beautiful large tote. And then of course I have that beautiful wooden garland. From end to end, the whole thing is about 2 feet long, so that's a pretty large amount to work with. You can do anything with this that you want. I just thought it would make a beautiful handle for a beautiful lemony bag. So here's how we make it. And to show you how to make it with a true 12 by 12, I'm going to leave the white border all the way around. Whenever I print my own 12 by 12s, I have a white border. So I want my bag to be 3 inches wide, so I'm going to score at 4.5. Rotate to the opposite side and score at 4.5. Then I'll turn it to the 12-inch side, and we're going to score at 2. Rotate to the opposite 12-inch side and score at 2. And that's going to give us a bag that is 8 inches wide. So on this part here, let's score at 2. Rotate to the opposite 12, and let's score at 2. Then here at the top, I am going to fold over and score at 2. So I've scored at 2 on 3 sides, and we'll do the same thing over here. So we're just going to score at 2 on 3 sides. So now let's just fold and burnish all of those scores that we made. Okay, so once you have your sides folded and burnished, we are going to take this flap here and this flap here and just fold it over. So what I'm going to do is I'll angle in here and here because we'll fold that over. Then I'm going to remove this piece and this piece. And what this is doing is it's giving us a nice finished edge on the top of our bag. So let's just go ahead. I'll grab my glue and I'm going to add some glue right here, fold over, get that nice and stuck, and you can see what a beautiful bag this is going to make. And I can also see that I have my lemons upside down. So since they're going in all directions on here, I'm not going to let that bother me at all. So I'm just going to go with it. Do the same thing here. Same thing here. And then we'll cut across here. And here. And now I'm going to take my glue, add some glue here. And y'all, this is such a simple way of making a bag. So now we're going to bring in the base piece, and we need to free the center tab here. So I'll go up to my score mark, and I'll cut straight across. And I'll do the same thing here, cut straight across. Same thing over here, cut straight across, and cut straight across. And now we have this nice little box bottom. So now let's take our bag, and I'm going to bring in my scoreboard because I want to make a mark on my bag, and I want to make that mark at the 1-inch point. So I'm just going to do that with my stylus, but I'll also go back and show you that mark with my pen. So you can see that I made my mark right there. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm just going to make a mark at 1 inch. So I have two 1-inch marks. We're simply going to take this piece and this piece, put it on the mark, and then when we have it even on this end, we'll know that we're fairly even on our mark. So we're just going to join the two like this. To join it, I'm going to use some glue because we don't want anything coming undone. And then I'll take just a little bit of glue, put some glue on this piece. And then we're simply going to take this and put it on that mark. And then we'll make sure that everything lines up here and here. And that's how we know that we have really good placement. So I'm going to flip it over and just make sure everything is stuck. And it really is important that you use glue on this and not tape, because that glue is going to give you that hard hold that you want. You don't want to run the risk of the tape breaking down. The glue is going to be very, very permanent. So I am going to add a bead of glue right here. And for those of you who might not know, I use Reptile adhesive. For me, I think it is the best white glue on the market, and that's just my opinion. Your experience with other glues might differ. So I am basically just putting this on, and then when I have it matched with this line to this line, I know that everything is pretty straight. So I can go back with my nice little big old spatula and get everything nice and stuck. And now, y'all, we're able to put this together just as we would any other bag. So we are going to take some glue, and I'll take this part and just smush it around in the glue. Getting it nice and stuck. Go on the inside, get it nice and stuck. And then we'll do the same thing over here. So I have my glue, Place my glue right there. I'll put a little bit of glue here. So if you ever need a large bag, just grab 3 sheets of 12 by 12 paper, and that way you can adjust the bag to make it fit the size that you need. So now we can take this piece and we'll just join it here at the top to make sure that everything is nice and even. So I am going to take my glue and I am going to add some glue like this. Now I can take this and you just want to make sure that the tops are even. And then we can go down, making sure that we have even sides. I'll go in, get this nice and stuck. Go over here, get it nice and stuck. And y'all, I think that that looks so beautiful, so lemony. And this is going to be a very large bag. And sometimes we need those. So I am going to take this and we match the top, get that nice and even, like that. And then I just go down, getting everything nice and stuck. We can go in, again, making sure that we're getting everything nice and stuck. And y'all, look at this large bag that we have. This bag is larger than 12 inches. This bag is about 13 inches tall. We have that beautiful separation, but we still have our nice lemon color. And the way that you can adjust the size of your bag, especially height-wise, I moved mine down 1 inch. I could have moved it down 3 inches and it would have been a shorter bag, but I like this longness of the bag and I like how deep it is, so I'm able to put a whole bunch of different things in here. If I wanted to really just make this bag a welcome home gift for someone, or you have a new home, I could fill this with kitchen towels and give it like this. I think it would be beautiful. So then I'm going to bring in my hot glue gun for this part, but I also want to show you 2 ways that you can add a handle to this. You can actually take your punch and punch a hole here and punch a hole here, which I'm going to do. And a lot of you ask about this punch. This is a 2-inch oval punch, and I believe that I got it from Tuesday Morning quite a few years ago. And for those of you familiar with Tuesday Morning, you know they haven't been in business for a while. So we can add a handle like that, but we can also add a double type handle. So you can carry it like this if you want, or you can add it to the bag in the way that I'm going to add it here. So I am just going to loop this part right here, and then I'm going to loop this onto the back. But I'm waiting on my hot glue gun to heat so that we'll be able to put this on, and I think it's going to be beautiful. I love how this is turning out. All right, y'all, so what I'm going to do, I want to make sure that this stays on. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some hot glue to the back of a bead, and we're going to put it down like that. But then I'm also going to take some of my reptile adhesive and put it under the bead next to it, because I want to make sure that this stays stuck. So now we have it like this. I'm going to take the other part of my beads and I'm going to drape it on the back side of my bag like this. Y'all, this is super, super cute. Let's take some hot glue, put some hot glue on this one. We'll take this part, the tassel, and we're going to put the tassel here on the back like this. Then I'm going to take some more of my reptile adhesive, put some reptile on one of those beads. Then I'm going to add just a little bit of hot glue on another bead, because you might put something in this that's going to carry just a little bit of weight, and you don't want this coming undone. And between the hot glue and the reptile adhesive, you are probably good to go. So there is my cute little bag, and I say little. It is not little. This bag is 8 inches wide and 13 inches tall. So y'all, this is a very large bag that we can use for so many different things. It is just so sweet. All right, y'all, so here is our very large lemon bag. It is 8 by 13. And it is 3 inches deep. This is a beautiful size bag for any season, any reason, anyone. So if you need to make a bag and you need to alter the height of it, this is a fantastic way to be able to do that. But I love it. I love how bright and happy this bag makes me feel, and I hope it does the same for you. And I hope that you have enjoyed this really fun way that we can make a bag such as this one, and we have 2 ways of being able to handle the bag. So if you have enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope that you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, all day, every day, this is what we do, and this is how we do it, and I would love to have you subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload a new video. As always, my beautiful crafty friends, please be safe. Be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.